Hello, my name is Legend Diamond, and today we are going to be catching the 9:30 a.m. Open, and it's currently July 1st, 2026. So currently on the hour time frame, and see when I go back and when I go on my 1 minute things that I see in my London session, we've already tapped into the high and we just swept the low in the pre-market. So I think we're bound to make a strong bullish movement to the upside to try to retake probably this Asia high if I had to put some money where my mouth is. We're probably going to this Asia high. We're bullish. We were strong close yesterday, 9 a.m. open. You see, we had some bearish movement after that. Come 9 a.m. open, I think we are going to be bulls again, just by this accumulation kind of structure right here. Never makes the new low after. So after this rejection up here, or after this red order block, this bearish order block. So I think I'm pretty confident to be bullish. And I definitely think even on the short side, we're coming to get at least this to this level. This is where the money is, where some liquidity is on the buy side. So I definitely think we're coming to back to these levels at least. But I have a few more targets after that, being this high, this 433 level, 30,433 level, and then past that, probably the highest high past the Asia high. Those are my hypotheses for this morning. So, come market open, let's see what's gonna happen. Again, it's 9:23 a.m. That's just my pre-market hypothesis. Let's see how the market continues to develop. We're in a on the 1 minute, we're in a fair value gap that's being respected as of right now, which is good. We came back into this level. We wicked into it, or no, we never even wicked into this fair value gap right here. This bearish fair value gap. So with that being said, we got to see how the market plays off this fair value gap. Hello. So it's 9:26. We are nearing the open. I wouldn't be surprised if the market come the open dips down past this level, comes and grabs some more liquidity after this consolidation and accumulation, and then makes a move to the upside. But let's see. I've been pretty spot on with my predictions as of late. So let's just see how this plays out. It's 9:26 a.m. I'm not gonna bore y'all with the waiting process until then. So I'm gonna wait until a little bit closer to market open. But I still think we're bullish to make that move. We're just kind of accumulating. Low key, I feel like this was a stall just for market open. I feel like the market does that sometimes. Like it'll stall out to make its move until like you get closer to market open. But or it wants to. I feel like it's a time and a place for everything in the market, and being able to identify when there's time and when the place is very important. But yeah, you know what? I'll just let it roll until 9:30. I'll just let it roll until 9:30. So boom, we don't make any new lows. No new lows are being created. Let's look at my trading view for a second. It's basically the same thing, just a little bit easier. little bit cleaner, I'll say. I got my indicators for fair value gaps and some of the market structure. Let's move this one. I do want to see where the order blocks are, especially these bearish order blocks. One thing I don't want to do is trade against the market, but we've already hit a high in pre. It looks like we just been dumping. So I would like to see the market make a upward move, but because that's where the money is right now, I think we could definitely, like, there's potential to come down more, but I feel like this is a shorter route to come get money, come get liquidity, especially on this buy side. Like, you have multiple levels that just have not really been tapped into. But let's see. Looks like we're still in the downpour. So I may be switching my bias here. We're just gonna see how it plays out. Yeah, we get another rejection come 9/3, 9/29. So it looks like we want to dip down more. Yeah, it's looking like we want to dip down more. So 9/29, here we come. Let's see. Oh, but the move that I was talking about earlier, coming to dip down below this level, so that way they can spring up for this move, for this upward bullish move. Okay, hold on. Let's see. 9/29. 9/29. Let's see. 3/14. I do want to see it. Okay, we're going down. We are going down. I mean, we did just get this rejection, came back, tested that level to dump. Let's see. 180, 180, 170. Oh yeah. Let's see, what level did it come to for that? And it looks like this is our upward movement. Oh, it just grabbed hella liquidity in this big candle. I want to see this candle close though. Let's see what it's gonna do. And then I think I want to get into buys here. Okay, and then comes right back down. It comes into this level. Ooh, boy, this that volatility. Oh my goodness. Let's let it play out a little bit more. I don't wanna jump the gun on this. It looks like it's still trying to find direction. But I think we're just in a seller's market right now. Alright, so what's a level that I can identify? 160. Yeah, we're in a seller's market. So I think I want to get in. It's still just like, I don't know, just low-key Chop City. Like, it's just playing around within this level. Ooh, another rejection. Was that just grabbing liquidity? I think it was just grabbing liquidity. I want to see. So it made a low, but for us to be bullish, I don't think it's coming back to that high. Yeah, we're not going back up to that high. So yeah, we are bears, but I'm trying to identify a level that we can come back to. Unless it comes down to sweep all this liquidity here. $932. Make this new low, bro. Ooh, boy. Okay. And then it looks like we're trying to reach that level 130. I could probably get in right about here. I don't know. It's like fighting this level. 130. Oh, there we go. It's dumping out. I do want to get in on this, but when the market is moving like this, I feel like it gives me so much anxiety, low key. Like, it's just playing around at this level. Like, just playing around at that 130 to 140 level. Just made a newer low at 118. And look at that. Look at that blue candle. That's why I think it's like it's so much to think about when you're in this market, man. 'Cause I don't know. I don't think that's cause enough to be bullish, and we're dumping now. I don't know. I didn't like how much it was playing in between these levels though, and sometimes just for that reason you don't trade, bro. If it's not clear, don't take a trade that's not clear to you. You'll just be losing out on money. And that was not clear at all. It came all the way down, ended blue. Like, this is the manipulation, I feel. This is the manipulation. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. So it accumulated, boom, bearish order block, another bearish order block, and then it dumped down. But the way it did it is just like what got me, because it came all the way down. So I'm thinking, okay, boom, this is what I initially thought we were gonna come down, grab some more liquidity, and then make a strong move to the top. But we just been making strong moves to the bottom. Let's see what we at time wise. 9:35, 37 seconds. I ain't gonna lie, I be watching every second move. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was a decent setup here. You just had to trust that it was gonna keep going down, but I feel like that was just I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it did bounce off this fair value gap, respected this fair value gap. So, I guess that's causation too. Okay, so I think this is the real move right here. This was the manipulation, accumulate, manipulate, and then we're looking to, since we came down and grabbed that liquidity, make our strong move to the upside. I think it's safe to go buys here. I want to see this fair value gap get invalidated first, get disrespected, and then I'll be confident in the buy. Because this right here, this could just, yeah, look how it's just becoming smaller right there. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's better to just sit on your hands than to make a dumb trade. Like in this game, you want consistency, and you don't need to hit a home run every time you get on here. Okay, so it looks like we're kind of developing that bullish structure. Invalidate this fair value gap, or maybe this is hold on. Let me not get faked out here. Comes up, tries to retest, and then goes lower. And then this is the move for today, like your actual real move with some pretty good structure outside of that. Boom, comes to get some liquidity. Let me see, let me look at my fib. Let's just put it here. Nah, I don't use the fib on this. I'm almost certain we're going back down though. that liquidity. Boom, boom, boom. It's still buyers at this level. What level did we come to? Let's see. On the 5. You know what? From that move, if we look at our fib, let's see, 100. It came down to a really quality level right there. What is that? That's a great discount level. Let's hop back on the one. But yeah, respects it. It's coming back down. But here, I think this is where we see some more accumulation. I don't know if this level is strong enough for sellers to break through. So let's see. See, we like look at these little baby these little baby candles. Okay, we wick blue. Let's see if it comes down. Because they're fighting hard at this level. Let me make sure there's. Let me look at news real quick. Okay, so it's 9 a.m., 8:15, and then 10 a.m. So if we can't catch anything in like the next like 5 minutes or so, I'll probably chill on the market, just because that news is gonna be something else. That market fighting, boy. There's buyers here. All right, I think this is our buy, possibly. I really want to see that fair value gap be disrespected. 940. It was respected as of right now. Market just consolidated though. All right. Is this the move right here? I'm gonna take a buy. What level is this? 166. I want to take a buy at that 166 level. Let's see what our time looks like. 20 seconds. I think we're gonna break that in the next 20. Yeah, 55. Come on, push, 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 push. 157. Oh no, we dropped all the way back down. Oh snap. Oh snap. Where did all the buyers go? Where did all the buyers go? Instantly this fair value gap wasn't even able to be created there. Okay. Still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Okay, I'm gonna take a buy here. What's a good level? Yeah, I'm gonna take a buy here. That 166 level was disrespected. Push, push. Push, push. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh, we just got wiped out. And I think I'm done for today. Just got pretty cooked. I let my nerves get to me for sure. Cause look, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm done. sometimes you get spanked out of the market, bro. But I had the right confluence and for the right direction. It just was a bad injury, and sometimes that's gonna happen. Um, I ain't gonna lie, I seen that 800 loss, and I let my emotions take over, and that's why I haven't taken another trade because I still feel kind of emotional. I can feel like the anxiety still. So with that being said, sometimes sometimes you're gonna miss out, or sometimes you're gonna, what I'm saying, not make the right trade at the right time, and that I always see myself doing that, taking trades at the wrong time, and sometimes it just happens. Like I was right in my confluence. I knew it was gonna make a strong move back to the upside, and I didn't catch it because I was, emotional. But it happens. Sometimes it's literally just gonna happen like that, and that's okay. Across my 5 accounts, I lost what 820. Not bad. You know what I'm saying? I still have my accounts and stuff like that. It's something that's easy to shake back from, especially now because I know and I'm confident in my ability to trade. Uh, it's looking like a reversal, or not even a reversal, but it looks like that's it for this movie. It looks like it's respecting this big fair value gap. I mean, I want a higher time frame. Yeah, even on this, it's respecting it. Even though it just disrespected this big fair value gap, it respects this smaller one for now at least. But it's looking like it wants to. It's looking like we're going lower in a second, depending on how this candle closes. Because we get a what is this? Let's see. Let's just look to see how it finishes. Oh, respects this fair value gap though. See, when you're sitting between fair value gaps, I think um, it's better to go off the more recent one because it does respect this bullish fair value gap, and it's probably looking to break this level for sure. This 286 level, and I don't think that would be very hard. We'll probably get it in this candle or two, but this is definitely a game of emotions, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you get on and you let your emotions run rampant, even when you have the right idea of what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Poor entry, and I wouldn't even say that this was a poor entry. If I would have just let it ride out, I'd have been good. But I was a little bit too scared. That's really all that was. I seen that 800, and I was thinking about my accounts being blown. So my 5 accounts being blown. So I kind of played it a little bit more safe. Still up on the week. Technically, I'm up 100 because I lost in between what I made the other day. So it happens. Uh, Chop that up to poor entry, or not even a poor entry, just lack of emotional integrity, like lack of emotional stability, if you will. But with that being said, not a bad trading day. I don't think this is necessarily a bad trading day. It's I don't think it's ever a bad trading day. It's just a learning day. You know what I'm saying? Just take a better entry next, or just compose yourself. Literally, if I compose myself here, I'll probably be drawdown at 2K, but I'll literally make it all back and more. So just trust yourself and trust your rules always. But yeah, man. Even it happens. It happens. But okay, so we don't make another high. I think now I probably should get off, and I think I will get off just because I don't want to take any more trades for today. But it is 10 a.m. and the 10 a.m. open is looking kind of clean. I think, but I'm not gonna trade it just because we have news, and not any kind of news, but PMI, any type of manufacturing PMI news is gonna be like really volatile usually. So I'm gonna just stay away from the market for now. But, Yeah, not a bad trading day. It's always a learning experience, something new to learn, something new to grasp. Uh, it can definitely be emotional though. This game here, and this is I requested my payout, but not bad, not bad. Like these losses that I'm taking now, I think especially they were affecting me so much just because like I was unsure of myself, but literally I seen that this move was gonna happen. Came, draw it down, come into this high. I think this was the original high that I had set for myself. 395 was like where we were gonna go, and we still have bullish structure for that. This is a little accumulation. I kind of want us to make a new high right here, but looks like it's about to make its way up right now. But yeah, that's why these losses kind of like these losses now they don't affect me as much just because like dude you losing to yourself. Like it's not necessarily anything else. The market didn't really screw you or anything. Like you just weren't composed enough. And you know what I'm saying? In this trading game, you're gonna learn a lot about what makes you tick. You're gonna have to learn that emotional control, that emotional stability, like I was saying earlier. It's gonna be really important for you to learn that. You know what I'm saying? Me just losing this 800, like when I first started trading, this is something that would have made me stop trading for a few days and try to relearn and try to pick up on the things that what I'm saying I feel like I was missing out on. Um, I'm still very confident in my ability, and I know that this was just poor entry. Like I'm not gonna beat myself up about a poor entry because it happens, or not even a poor entry, but just lack of nerves. I think also recording this video was kind of like it added a little bit more like, oh yeah, I really gotta perform this and that. So it kind of made me overthink a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? No excuses. Because at the end of the day, this is what I want to do. This is something that I'm passionate about. Like, and look at that. It made that, what is this, equal high right here. Oh, not yet. But yeah, came down, grabbed some more liquidity, come market open. You accumulate it, you manipulate it, then you made the move toward the side that you wanted to go to. What market doesn't want to go up? So uh, yeah, looks like we're just going to claim a lot of this liquidity at these levels, and once it makes it past this high, this will be a tapped level. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You know what? And it's actually good that I'm showing y'all a loss first. As my first video showing y'all a loss, I feel like it'll it'll put into perspective that you can still lose in this game, and that is something that is very true. You can still lose in this game, not necessarily to the market, but you can lose to yourself if you let yourself be emotionally driven. I was emotionally driven there, and that's why I took out early, and I didn't really need to. Didn't make the new high. Looks like we're going to make our first big retracement down so that we can sweep these levels and possibly make a new high again. Um, Strong fair value gap here that was never tapped into. So let's see what 10 a.m. news brings us though. I'm gonna stay off the market for about 10 or so minutes. Let the news really hit the market and stuff. But yeah, you know, sometimes it happens like that, Jeff. And this is probably the most real thing I could show y'all because it even still affects me. I'm not perfect. I'm not anything, but I'm looking to be better every day. I'm looking to control it more every day. I just didn't want to see my accounts get blown. I just didn't want to see my accounts get blown. That's all. Not in one trade at least. I'd have been sick. But I should have been more confident. If I was more confident in my thought process, I wouldn't have even been tripping about seeing the drawdown because it wasn't. Well, it probably came down to like what 2000 drawdown, but then it's like look at what happened because I didn't stay in. But yeah, I think we're gonna sit on our hands for the rest of the day. We're just gonna hop off the markets, but this was a very important video, not only for me, but I feel like for y'all too, like being able to see like, bruh, it's ups and downs to this shit, like, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? This is real. But yeah, my market analysis wasn't really that bad. I still think we're probably gonna throughout the day we're gonna make moves to this upside. Probably try to tap into that Asia high or try to make a new high on the day. But other than that, I think I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll record if I do end up taking another trade, but I'm pretty certain I'm gonna sit on my hands, stick to my disciplines, and just hop off for the day. I might monitor the market still. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right, so I actually do see the mistake that I made in this trade that I took earlier. Before, I wanted it to close above this fair value gap, correct? And before the market or before the candle closed, it came back down, and I should have been more patient in my entry. So I did mess up my entry here. I should have been a lot more patient. I seen it going up, and I was like, okay, this is the move. But I prematurely entered the market. I should have waited till that fair value gap was disrespected, just so I could have more confluences stacked on top of each other. Because I love to see when we start changing directions and we go blue, and we come down and we make a candle just like this, making this big liquidity candle for the upside. I always like to think of this as like a slingshot, like, and you can kind of see how it is a slingshot because it comes all the way down, and basically what this wick is doing is grabbing all this money where people may have had their stops at, hits them out, boom, makes the move to the upside, and that is really where I messed up, along with emotion because I shouldn't have. Okay, so even before I got into the trade, when I was talking about it earlier, I was talking about I already had anxiety even before I entered the trade. So from there, I shouldn't have traded even if I wasn't feeling fully confident. So that was one mistake, already going in with emotion. 2, not being patient enough to wait on my rules. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to see this candle right here, or I wanted to see a close. So let me see if I can make like a shape real quick and put a shape on here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this was the fair value gap that I was talking about. This fair value gap right here is what I wanted to see. If we were really going to be bullish, I wanted it to close like so. And this is a bearish fair value gap. And if you watch the videos and you watch like all of the resources and stuff that I sent you, you'll learn about fair value gaps. But basically, it's just a gap between 3 bars, or it's a gap between 3 candles where it's just like open space like this. So you see how this candle wick and this candle wick, they create space in between this one. That's basically what a fair value gap is. And for my confluence, like for them to be stacked against each other, that is the reason I should have taken this trade. But I got in the trade prematurely, and it showed me exactly like why I shouldn't have been in right there. I should have waited till candle close, till the candle closed above this fair value gap, so that way it invalidates this fair value gap, and it's just another way to stack all your confluences up together. So having this candle right here, I love seeing these with the fair value gap, and already knowing that there needs to be an upward move. Like, oh my gosh, this was such a good trade, but I botched the entry. And that is okay. Sometimes it's gonna happen like that, but that is the real reason I lost in this trade. That is the real reason. I messed up my entry because I didn't follow my rules to the T. And guess what? I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. So in the next video that I create or whatever happens, hopefully y'all see me following my rules, sticking to my rules. And I literally say it in the video. I want to see these blue candles invalidate this fair value gap. I want to see it close above this level. And what happened is, soon as it closed above that level, it broke to the upside. So with that being said, that is the real reason I messed up on this trade. For those of you, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of y'all are probably not gonna understand this now, but if y'all come back and watch this video, y'all are gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about and how I messed up on this trade. But keep learning, guys. Keep